Wicks says he believes his life could have taken a dark turn if he hadn't found an escape through school PE. The 38-year-old fitness expert has previously opened up about the fact his father was a heroin addict and also battled mental health issues. Joe says that if he didn't experience the release he enjoyed through school PE, his life could have gone down a very different path. Joe has built up a multi-million-pound empire as a fitness instructor and by releasing a range of popular cookbooks. He also helped the nation work out during the COVID-19 pandemic, which further boosted his profile and contributed to him being awarded an MBE in the birthday honors of 2020 of the late Queen Elizabeth II. Now Joe has opened up about his background again in a new interview as he has been out promoting his new children's book, which has a focus on teaching about mental health. While promoting the story, Joe shared more about his own upbringing and the early struggles he faced in his family, and he says it is important to teach mental health to children from a young age. On Friday, Joe was a guest on Heart Breakfast with Jamie Theakston and Amanda Holden, where he discussed the new novel. Invited to discuss the book by 53-year-old Amanda, Joe said, "Obviously I'm passionate about getting young people moving. As a kid, if I didn't have PE and sport at school, I think I would have gone down a very different path. Like, my childhood was chaos, and my mom and dad had mental health issues. I've talked about that. So, PE was my release, it was my way of getting out that anxiety I was experiencing. So, I want to share that with the world. I want to get kids moving, I want to get them thinking about their bodies. So it is about the anatomy, the physiology, the sort of systems in the body. But then I talk about food, and how that impacts our mood and our energy. And then I talk about mental health, I talk about dealing with negative feelings and emotions. So it is a really lovely book for young people. It's basically a guide to a healthy mind, basically, but for smaller kids." Jamie, 53, asked, "How early is too early to teach kids about mental health? Because clearly some of it is very complex, you need to get your head around it. Are you suggesting that maybe we should talk to them freely about it at an earlier stage?" And Joe replied, "Definitely. And I think it's important. Obviously, the language you use is important. My dad was suffering with addiction and my mom had severe OCD and anxiety and eating disorders, so I could see the behaviors. So, you would live off cigarettes, chocolate bars and cans of Coke. I picked up on that as a kid. So I knew, but I didn't know, if you know what I mean?" He continued, "I knew something was wrong, so I think having conversations I would have been able to understand what was going on. So I think it's not about talking about anxiety and depression in a way that is overwhelming, but talking about a little cloud over your head or a bit of weight on your shoulders." Tune into Heart Breakfast with Jamie Theakston and Amanda Holden weekdays from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.